Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Flacco's Ravens going up against Bortles' Jaguars.
Larry, we welcome our viewers to Duval County, the northern part of Florida, and the largest city in the Sunshine State, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Here's Bortles to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. He got 29 yards that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. This is Leonard Fournette, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa. Bad move. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Defense likely bringing pressure here. 3rd and goal from the 2. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They come out here in the I. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. And Bortles going to sneak it. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Is the punter Cook who sends it away. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. Jags taking over on offense here in a second, and what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They had been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back.
Try to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Now the ball comes loose, and the Ravens have got it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So the fumble recovery, now Flacco to throw. Caught by the tight end Watson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down, Flacco now. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Flacco. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. They go pass again with Flacco. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And again, it's Flacco to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Flacco, a veteran in these situations, hurrying his guys up.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Flacco and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now this time Bortles will throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Terrell Suggs. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles on the move to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. Campanaro on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 when he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. 23 yards on the play. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Perriman in motion right. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on 2nd. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
he goes. And he cuts it back right. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Flacco here on 2nd down. Drops it underneath for Collins. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Flacco hooking up with Wallace for a Raven first down. On first down, Flacco firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And Watson has it right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Here's a first down run with Collins. Room here to run. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Watson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. First and 10 here for Flacco. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A red zone first down for Flacco. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Benjamin Watson from 13 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one goes for 36 yards.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to him right away because they have the matchup advantage.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. Back now in Jacksonville. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4. Second down, here's Fournette. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And that's complete to Lewis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mercedes Lewis, 37 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have. And right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
That's fielded in the end zone. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Watson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Flacco from the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Passing play. Flacco. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 54 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jaguars getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
The play clock's running down. Throwing is Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Here's Brad Nordman now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Campanaro. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Long way to go here for the offense. The defense looking to hold them, get the push, hoping to send this game here to overtime. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Flacco. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Pressure mounting. Flacco. And some room to maneuver. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. setting to throw. Flacco. Quick hitter here is complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Flacco to throw. He hits his target, left side, Watson. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Inside of a minute to go now, 2 timeouts left, still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Now Flacco, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Second down, Flacco now. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14. And he motions the wide receiver. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Bortles to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Bortles. And he's got it to Hearns. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Fresh set of downs here. back to throw, Bortles. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. 23 yards on the play. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hook up right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime. So many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On second down, Collins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. To pass, Flacco. And it is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Their defense did its job. Got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. A huge play there in overtime. 41 yards. Well, that turned out to be the perfect time to dial the screen. The Red Sea parted.
Did it ever, and you just wonder, Did fatigue play a part in this? Because we're in overtime. And all I mean by that is sometimes with fatigue, you slow down mentally. You don't read your keys. You don't see the play develop. And, boy, it popped big for him, didn't it?
It did indeed. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Fournette, a first down, still going. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 34 yards there and a first down.
But there's a reason he was the first running back taken. You saw the ability there, the ability to be physical and get downhill. And how about him breaking off a nice gain there?
There's some Adrian Peterson comparisons out there now. That's high praise. Do you think that they're warranted?
Running style, very similar.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Black 58 round. Black 58 round.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And now running right through it. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra.